talked about the safety features of the Challenger air rifle. Let's talk about filling the gun now with compressed air. One of the ways, well, right now, really the only way Major DeWitt has done it is using the high pressure hand pump. What we're going to do is we'll expose the Foster fitting on the end of the rifle. We'll set the rifle in the rest. What you have to do is you have to connect the high pressure hand pump to the rifle, and you do that with the Foster disc, the quick disconnect fitting. So what we're going to do is you're going to pull back this fitting and you're going to slide it onto the fitting on the rifle. You should hear it click when it makes a secure fitting. And what I like to do is what I call a tug test. And I'm just going to give it a quick little tug on the end to make sure I got a secure fitting. The other thing you want to make sure is you have your purge valve is closed. And that's located right underneath the hose that connects the gun. So I'm just going to close that valve. And now, much like a bicycle pump, you just start pumping. As I do that, Major DeWitt's going to explain some more about the rifle.
It's very critical to ensure that the rifle is in an upright position. When you have your cadets or students pumping, if they have this on the ground without any kind of a rest, if they lay it this way down, they may damage the front sight, and they also could damage the rear sight here and could really change their whole aperture and their picture. So we encourage you to have some type of a bench rest or something you can use for it. What we've done is we've actually purchased a little bipod that we can insert on the front here, that it rests in this position, and it works out tremendously well for us.
Now, from the beginning, when the gun doesn't have any pressure in it at all, it'll probably take you to 100 to 125 pumps from the high pressure hand pump to get you to 2,000 psi. Once you've acquired that, what you need to do is disconnect the pump from the gun, and you need to unscrew the purge valve that we just closed when we started. But you should hear the air escape out of that line. When you do that, when you hear that air, you can now disconnect the gun from the high pressure pump. Okay, so we showed you how to fill using the high pressure hand pump. Now we're going to go back to the quality department within Crosman, and we're going to show you how to fill from a bulk CO2 tank and a bulk compressed air tank. Before you fill with CO2, you need to degas the gun. But before you can degas the gun, you need to make sure that it's not cocked. So what we're going to do is we're going to point the gun in a safe direction, and we're just going to pull the trigger. And I know now that it's not cocked. Using the degassing tool with a cocked air rifle will break the sear inside. Bob?
We had an experience last year with the first opportunity we went to nationals where we did not degas the rifle when we did not discharge the rifle to degas it, and we actually broke 2 sear pins. And we didn't know that they were broken until we got to the national championships.
What I'm doing now is I'm inserting the degassing tool in the rear of the rifle just underneath the bolt. And what you want to do is you just want to thread it in until it snugs up. What I like to do is once you get it, as it starts to get closer to being tight, I like to use an Allen wrench. You can hear the gas escaping out the barrel, so I know I've reached the valve. But what's nice about the Allen wrench is you can really fine tune it. So I got all the gas out now. So I'm just going to back this degassing tool off now so it'll close that valve. So now when I go to fill with CO2, that valve's closed.